I like my strings clean and I don't like a lot of grease. And then spray the body on the top, which gives you an angle where you can just pretty much soak up all the cleaner you need to clean up. And then you can just kind of wipe the whole guitar with it. There's a method to my madness, or however they say.
What's in that cleaning spray?
Hell if I know. Probably alcohol. I know there's lemon oil and alcohol.
Yeah, it kind of smells like lemon oil.
A lot of times I use a mild amount of lemon oil. And then you can buy straight lemon oil for the fingerboard, which they do recommend. But it stays there for a while, and it kind of makes your strings feel heavy. So I don't use lemon oil as much as I probably should on these. But these usually they go to the luthier about once every 2 years. And with that being said, that's when they get their lemon oil.
Tell me about putting the strings in the freezer.
The metallic properties don't get humidity when you put them in the freezer, therefore they don't rust.
Oh.
And I learned that from John Entwistle, who was the bass player for The Who, who said that he put his strings in the freezer. So did another great bassist named Chris Squire of Yes.
Oh
so those are kind of my heroes growing up. So I listened to them.
Wow.
And they were probably right, or they might have been full of it. We don't know. I'm just going by what I read or what I saw in an interview.
Have you ever had strings rust on you, though?
Yes.
You have?
Absolutely.
Where were they stored that made them rust?
They can sit in the case and rust because they were a very thin metal. And a lot of people use stainless steel, some use chrome, but again, it's very thin. So what happens is they just rust. Meanwhile, the way to prevent that from happening is doing this and cleaning like this. Or what you can do is buy coated strings that have some kind of nylon fabric that goes right over the string. You don't even know that it's there. Mm-hmm. It takes out a little bit of your high end when you're playing, your high tonal pitch or frequency, I should say. But you don't have to change strings but once a year.
She's like, I love being clean.
Yeah.
She's screaming. She's like, clean.
So what you have here is a 1967 Epiphone Casino, which is almost identical to its big brother, the Gibson 330. Epiphone was a sister company of Gibson. Gibson basically purchased its competitor. And what they would do is have the same models with different hardware, like pickguard, E-logo, this kind of stuff. You don't see the Gibson logo on there. But it's basically the same instrument, except that the Gibson had a wider neck. And as far as cosmetics, that was it. I mean, you got the same knobs as Gibson, different pickguard. Inlays are the same. Truss rod cover is Epiphone, obviously. Logo. You still have nickel-plated hardware up here, just like a Gibson. By 67, they had switched these pickup covers to chrome, so they didn't fade, because nickel fades really quick.
It's a gorgeous guitar.
And then now we do the back. So with the back, a Gibson would have a sunburst back. 3-tone sunburst, just like what we saw on the front of this instrument. But here they used a walnut brown that you also see on Gibsons from the 1970s. Mini Gibsons, I should say. And then we put more of this stuff on there. And we kind of do this and that. And we just rub and rub and rub and rub into it.
Give her a nice back rub. Because she deserves it. She earned it. Look at her. She's like, thank you.
This has got to be one of my favorite guitars. And I have another one. I have actually 2 other instruments that are similar to it. They're both Epiphones. One is called an Epiphone Riviera, which has a center block in the middle and different electric pickups. So it's more of a solid sound. It's not as jazzy as this, but it's laser targeted where you could play it with any kind of music. And then I have a 12-string version of that guitar. That 12-string version I love to play because it is my favorite. I don't know why, but I love the jingle and jangle of a 12-string. I think because I spent so much time learning jazz and blues and all that stuff, I never really focused on jangle rock. So now that I'm older and I can pretty much do what I want, I like to jangle rock. Like jingle bell, whatever. But 12 strings are jangly, and so we have the term jangle rock.
Jangle rock.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Who's my favorite 12-string player? I really like the guy that's with a band called oh crap. It's out of Seattle. They're really great. Fleet Foxes.
Fleet Foxes. I think I've heard of them.
They got a guy, I don't know what his name is. It's a Swedish name or Norwegian name, and he's amazing. And he plays these Epiphones. He takes these things out on tour. So.
Aw. Well, we'll have to tag him in this video.
No, we're not going to tag him.
Tag him.
He's famous.
Give him a shout out.
He's famous.
I mean, but so what? He would probably love a shout out and hey, we recognize you.
And then who else played? Carl Wilson, the Beach Boys, played a lot of Epiphones. He had at least 4 or 5, and he liked the 12-string. He had 3 of the 12-string models. He was a hero of mine. He was a hero to me, I should say. But this is what we have. Does it look clean enough?
She's beautiful. Did you have a name for her?
No. We could name her Connie. I don't know.
Is she your favorite?
No, I don't have a favorite. You got to love them all equally, right?
All right. But you like Dave more than Daisy.
That's not true. I love both of my cats.
You love both your cats the same. Okay.
Well, I love both of my kitties.
Franco, thank you for explaining all this really cool stuff about guitars.
You're very welcome.
It's really interesting, and I have a new appreciation.
Why, thank you.
Thanks for sharing your knowledge.
Yeah, our lack of knowledge, but here we are. And we're going to put this in the case, and we shall have a good night.
All right.